everyone, it's Jennifer with DP Addiction Adventures, and I have been asked multiple times, how do I label my next upcoming work in progress, right? My diamond painting that I'm about to do. So I thought I would take you through my previous unboxing. Okay, these are not wrinkles, they're just the plastic having a wrinkle itself. So you'll just have to forgive me. And while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and cut this part because this is the first one that has a clear cover that has been over the edge, and I just don't want to rip it off. So I'm going to cut that off while I'm with you. And there's a little bit up here. I'm going to cut off as well. So how is everybody? We are getting ready. Today officially started spring break for my daughter, and I have one more day of work. So we are getting ready for spring break. So that's kind of fun. Let me see. All right. So I normally use this from Harbor Freight. If you go down to my description, you will see a link to Harbor Freight. If there is a Harbor Freight in your area, I would recommend going into the store so you don't have to pay shipping. There's usually a 20% off coupon, or you can sign up for their emails and get a 20% off coupon. These run, I think it's like, it depends on where you're at in the country, but it's usually under $5. So here I believe it's like $4.59 or $4.89, and then I use a 20% off coupon, so it ends up being like $4.20. And I love because it's got little tabs on the sides, and then you open it and there's 24 of these little square containers that have tabs as well. When you get it, they are turned so it's 6 this way. I then label and turn it so I can see them all at the same time. And then these are just, these came with, these are styrofoam. Sometimes I take them out because you can fit your pen, you can fit your tweezers, but sometimes I leave them in. There are 24, so many times I'll use 2 and have like a full one and then maybe half of another one, and then a full one and half of this one, and know that these are in the same bin are 2 different paintings. What I also love about these, I don't have it on me, but if you have an inventory sheet or a photo, I fold it in half and close it, then I don't have to label it. I can see it right through the bin. So that's awesome as well. This is kitted up for my One Little Bite, and I had more than 24 colors. Here's more of the colors in my drawer or my little container. However, what I've been doing is I labeled up to 24, and then I just take one baggie at a time, and I can either dump it into the baggies provided, or I just put them over here up because I stay at my desk. It doesn't tip over. It's just something I do so I don't have to use 2 full ones for maybe 5 more extra colors. That's up to you. We can get into that later when I make a container video down the road. But I wanted to introduce this before I went into how I label. So if you get an inventory sheet, that's great. If not, you can make a photocopy of the side with your inventory, and that is what I did. Now a little tip is either you can put a white sheet of paper over this to photocopy it, or I put it in the machine so only this much of it is on my printer, because I don't want to waste all this ink. I don't need a, my brain is shut off already, I apologize. I don't need a grid on this side. So that's a tip that you can do too. Now, then what I do is Now, every inventory list is slightly different. This one does not have the number of drills you receive. I know like Diamond Art Club doesn't have it. This one came from In Love Art Shop. So yeah, then I just recycle and I use this, okay? Now, if you don't have what I'm about to show you, which is a sticker maker, something I did, now I scrapbook, so I already had the sticker maker, but I wasn't thinking about owning a sticker maker. So what I did is I took some tape, clear tape, and took a piece of it, and I actually, because I'm so frugal, I cut the piece in half, and then when I cut the strip off, okay, let me show you. So when I cut this DMC 33 off, I then place the tape over it like so. Sorry, I moved my camera, so I'm not. And then I lift the tab up and I place it right under the tab, and then it's stuck there. So you don't need a fancy sticker maker to do this. Now some people like to put them on the top, some people put, you know, so make a couple copies if you like to put them different places on your container. I just put them right here because I have them sitting up like this, and then I can see them when I'm working. Alright, so I don't waste this other piece of tape. I'm going to do my DMC, the next one. And I don't need the labels perfect. I do like to have it colored, like print in color, but you don't have to, because I do keep the DMC, I keep the number, so if I do need reference of the actual painting, and then it also prints off the symbol. Okay, now I am blessed because I invested in this. Now there are smaller ones, you see like the little X's. I know Mrs. Coffee had a video of it. I know somebody gifted Gone Off My Meds, Wendy, with it. This is the bigger Xyron, okay? It's a 2.5 inch Create a Sticker. I don't know if they, I think they sell these. I just buy these replacement inserts that completely pop out and go back in. Now, this machine, I think, now I bought this 6 or 7 years ago. I got it at Michael's. I will attempt to put a link down below if it is still on their website. I'll try to look and see if Amazon has it, but don't hate me if it's not down there, okay? But I think it was like $25, and then I used a 50% off coupon. Lately, Michael's, like once a month, will have a 60% coupon. And then every time I have a 50% coupon, I try to go in and buy the, I have one right here. I just bought it. I try to go in and buy the refills, okay? And the refills are just this insert. And the refills are about $15, but then that means it's $7.50 or $7 if you use the 50 or 60% off. You can probably get this at Joann's. I haven't checked AC Moore, but yeah, this is just the insert that goes in, okay? So yeah, I'll buy maybe one of these every 2 to 3 months, and I usually have an extra. I just loaded this up brand new, and then this, what I just showed you, is my extra. Alright, so many times what I'll do, because I don't like to waste, this goes in here, all right? But as you can see, my sticker maker is wider than this strip, and if I push this through, I'm actually wasting 50% of my sticker. And because I'm frugal, what I'll try to do is eyeball and estimate where the middle is. Now granted, I know this is gonna fit, but it depends on how big this is. If you print it off and it's wider, you know, test it out as far as if you'll fit it in. So then what I do is I line it up and I stick it in until it doesn't go anymore. Okay. I'm just gonna look so I don't screw this up on camera. And then this one's old school. And you turn it and you can see it pops out the other side. And then it has a rip off. Okay. Now the X's, the ones that aren't this big, the ones that are X's, have a top and a bottom. This doesn't, which is what I love. You don't have as much waste. And this is now a full-fledged sticker. So from here, I take my scissors and I cut all the way through, but not all the way across, like all the way through the DMC code for the first strip, but I don't go all the way across. Number one, they're not lined up, so you'll cut into the other numbers. Number two, if you cut all the way across, you'll have these little things all over your desk and you'll lose numbers. That's another reason why I like to keep the number chart 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on here, because then I don't have to worry about DMC codes being in order, because I might see 750 and then 780 and not realize there's a 776. But if I have the number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I can see. All right, so then on this side, because they're not lined up, I will cut through. And I have to be careful not. So it ends up looking like a school project from when you were younger and you were making those like feathers or that green grass for Easter to roll up. But you just take your time, but it's going to save you a lot of time in the end. Again, if you don't have this sticker maker, not the end of the world. I loved using that tape. You don't have to cut it, but I cut it because I don't like extra tape all over the place. And that works just as well and peels off just as well, and you're saving yourself a lot of money. I just had a sticker maker already because I scrapbook, and so why not use the tools that you already have, right? Okay, so then what I do is I actually go through and untap all of these because I like to save time. And then I just go down the list. So we've got number 3. It's already pre-cut. And I leave them unlatched because I have to put the drills in, right? And the nice thing about the sticker maker is you can pick removable or permanent, or I forget what they call it, but you can move it around. But they have permanent, and then they have like a different one. So yeah, then you just go down the line. Now I am anal about things being perfect a lot of times, like my drills and everything. However, when it comes to this, I'm not as anal because I'd rather be spending my time drilling or organizing another kit. Oops, that one I forgot to. Oh, it's going too fast, guys, going too fast. I was all excited. And I'll show you. So there's 24 in here, right? And I have 27. So what I do, I'm gonna take from this Diamond Art Club kit some baggies just because they're right here. So then what I do is, all right, I go to 25, 26, and 27. Looks like I didn't cut all the way through. and I'll actually just put it right on the baggie. And this saves me because it's only 3 colors. And then I can put it in here, like right on top, or I can put it on the side. So like this was a Huacan one, I just kept it in here and I just laid it on top, and then there's enough give when I close it, I still have it in here. And that way I don't have to waste a whole nother 24 pack for only 3 colors. Now it's up to you what you want to do. Like I said, another one would be if you had an empty one and you like labeled maybe what you needed and combined, or you could do whatever you want, but that's my little hint. So now let me find the drills. Okay, so I'm getting this ready to take with me on spring break. And so now I go and I find, here's all the 902s, right? And 902 is number 15. I haven't done that one yet. And it's up to you. A lot of times I'll sort these all out so that they're somewhat in order, or at least in groups of like the hundreds, you know, 200s, 300s, 400s. Definitely I stack them so I know I have all the 902s, so I don't have to keep opening and closing. So it's completely up to you, but here's the 902. And now another tip, instead of dumping, what you can do, these are like sugar packets, right? You're gonna have some coffee, some sugar, some creamer, is you can take one of your trays, if you have a big tray, you can pour them all into the tray, make sure they're all out, and then you can take it and gently pour it in, if you want to do it that way. I like to work on a sheet of paper, or this is the back of the little bite I'm working on for Diamond Art Club, so I can see if any of the drills try to escape. And then I close the tab and I put it back in. And that's it. So, here's $3.49. Cut the top off. Find $3.49. You can either dump it in, or you can into the actual container, or you can dump it into your tray. And then there you go. So yeah, that is how I kit up a diamond painting kit. I love doing it this way. I feel like things are organized, that I'm ready to go. I love these Harbor Freight containers. Now I do, if it does show the amount of drills, I do cut that off because I don't need that fully across. Sometimes a tip is they will have, all companies are different, and sometimes they'll have something extra. Like maybe they'll have the symbol, then how many drills, then the DMC. Sometimes I cut that out and I will put the DMC and the symbols right next to each other and put them through. And then I'm careful when I cut. It's up to you what you do. Make it your own, but those are some little tips. And I'm so glad that you spent some time with me. I am going to say goodbye, finish kitting this up, and hope to see you on spring break as we do this what did I call it? Autumn stroll in the future. So take care, be blessed, and see you soon.